of night, dreams whisper call. Through doubts and fears, find your inner thrall. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame.
Why 80% of wealthy kids choose elite schools while the poor say education is useless? Welcome to Living Well, Living Rich Bilingual Health and Wealth Academy. Join Coco Shungson and learn for a few minutes each day to create your own value and become a better version of yourself. Making yourself valuable is the true lifelong wealth. In today's rapidly changing society, the gap between rich and poor and class rigidity leave many feeling hopeless. Numerous facts reveal significant disparities in genetics, educational resources, and cognitive levels, highlighting how deeply inequality is rooted in every aspect of life. However, the key to changing one's fate isn't solely limited by these external factors, it lies in education and self-improvement. In the face of the popular belief that education is useless, we need to reassess the true value of education and how it can be our best weapon to change our destiny. Genes are not the end point, effort and education matter just as much. The genetic determinism theory suggests that children from wealthy families have an advantage from birth. They not only inherit superior genes but also benefit from abundant family resources and experienced guidance. However, genes are not the only determining factor. Many individuals from ordinary or even impoverished backgrounds have managed to reverse their social status through education and relentless effort. These examples prove that although genes and family background may provide initial advantages or disadvantages, education and self-improvement can still change our fate. Genes may influence our starting point, but true competitiveness lies in how we use education to enhance ourselves and broaden our horizons. Education is a long-term process. Through learning and accumulation, it not only enhances personal skills and knowledge but also expands our perspectives and develops problem-solving abilities. These qualities are indispensable when facing future challenges. Regardless of family background, everyone has the opportunity to change their life trajectory through effort, and education is the key tool for that change. The gap in educational resources, different worlds for the rich and the poor. Although modern society has popularized compulsory education, the distribution of high-quality educational resources remains highly uneven. Statistics show that the proportion of rural children entering top universities like Tsinghua and Peking is less than 10%, while 80% of wealthy families plan to send their children abroad for education. They not only occupy the best domestic resources but also access the pinnacle of global education, providing their children with the best teachers, global perspectives, and invaluable networks, advantages that ordinary families find difficult to obtain. For instance, a wealthy individual might spend millions of dollars to send their child to a prestigious school like Stanford, not just for the degree but to help them grow in the best environment, gaining unparalleled cognitive heights and global elite networks. In contrast, children from rural or poor families often struggle to meet basic learning conditions, and the vast gap in educational resources directly affects their future development opportunities. This disparity not only limits their short-term learning outcomes but also restricts their growth and development potential in the long term. Education as the key to cognitive upgrade. The belief that education is useless has become popular in recent years, with many arguing that success no longer relies on academic credentials. However, this view overlooks the enhancement of cognitive ability and competitiveness that education provides. High-profile dropouts like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg possess extraordinary talent and resources that most people cannot match. For the majority, education remains the most effective way to broaden horizons, enhance competitiveness, and open up new opportunities. A friend once dropped out of school due to an inability to focus on studies. Years later, he chose to self-study skills and obtain relevant certifications, eventually breaking into his desired profession with doubled income. This illustrates that education is not just about schoolbook knowledge but is a lifelong learning ability. Those who believe education is useless often overlook its profound impact on improving thinking and problem-solving abilities. Education is a process that changes one's mindset and unlocks personal potential, allowing us to see further and think deeper. While disparities in educational resources do exist, in today's information age, with the widespread availability of mobile internet, Everyone has access to low-cost learning opportunities and quality resources. The key question is, are you taking advantage of these opportunities? Unfortunately, many children from poor families do not make good use of them, instead spending their time on games, which is truly disheartening. Studies show that the poorer the area, the more likely people are to believe that education is useless. This mindset trap is one of the main reasons that keeps the poor from turning their lives around. Why do the poor think education is useless? Reality pressures and cognitive constraints. Many poor families believe education is useless, rooted in deep social and psychological issues. Firstly, the pressures of daily life prevent them from seeing the long-term returns of education. Poor families are more concerned with immediate livelihood, viewing investment in education as a luxury rather than a necessity. Secondly, the inequities within the education system and unequal opportunities cause the poor to lose faith in education. Even with hard work, the chances of getting into good schools are slim, leading them to more readily embrace the belief that education is useless. Another reason many poor people lose confidence in education is that they see the inequities within the education system. High-quality educational resources are often concentrated in economically developed regions and wealthy families, while children from poor families frequently face inadequate teaching staff and poor learning environments. Even if they study hard, their chances of entering good schools are much lower than those of children from wealthy families. This inequality in educational resources makes the poor believe that studying hard is unlikely to change their fate, making them more inclined to agree with the notion that education is useless. For many children from poor families, they lack direct role models who have changed their fate through education. Instead, they might see friends who dropped out and started working early, earning money in the short term, and finding it more appealing than continued education. Moreover, support from family and society is often lacking. In poor families, parents are busy making a living and seldom have the time or capability to guide their children academically or instill correct learning attitudes. The lack of successful role models and support only deepens these children's lack of confidence in education. Short-sighted decisions under economic pressure, abandoning long-term investment. Poverty often leads to short-sighted decision-making. When family income is insufficient, people tend to opt for actions that bring immediate returns, neglecting those requiring long-term investment. Education is a typical long-term investment requiring sustained time and financial input, which is often hard to achieve in impoverished environments. The prolonged experience of poverty makes many accustomed to short-term thinking, leading them to believe that education cannot quickly change their current situation, thus losing faith in it. Moreover, parents from poor families often lack good educational backgrounds, having had to drop out early to work. They believe that hard work earns a meager income, and studying does not directly improve life, thus deeming education useless. This generational impact creates a vicious cycle. Parents who haven't benefited from education believe their children won't either, leading to a negative attitude towards investing in education. Children growing up in such environments find it hard to see the possibility of changing their fate through learning. Parents without education cannot provide effective academic support or encouragement, often stressing "be realistic. Studying is useless, it's better to start working early and make money." These beliefs gradually become part of the children's self-perception, influencing their future aspirations and efforts. Breaking the myth of education is useless. The best gift to children is cognition and vision. To break this generational poverty mindset, the best way is to give children different perspectives and a vision for the future. Education is not just about school knowledge, but understanding the world, self-awareness, and future planning. With cognition and vision, children can see possibilities different from their parents and have the courage to explore and pursue a better life. Education is not merely about learning knowledge, it is a form of mental training that equips children with the ability to analyze and solve problems. With these abilities, children can better adapt to societal changes and face various challenges. If parents can recognize the true value of education and encourage and support their children to learn within their means, it not only paves a broader path for the children but also offers a chance to change the future of the entire family. Instead of being limited by immediate pressures, investing in education is a decision that can bring long-term returns. Education provides not just knowledge but also a different perspective on the world and wisdom to handle life. As the saying goes, the best gift for children is not wealth but the vision to see the world and the courage to face challenges. This means education offers more than just improved test scores, it fundamentally changes a child's perception of themselves and the world. When children possess higher cognitive levels and broader perspectives, they can pursue higher goals rather than being confined by immediate difficulties. Education is the best investment to change fate. In summary, although education is not the only path to success, it is undoubtedly the most stable foundation for changing one's destiny. In the information age, with the internet, we can access abundant learning resources anytime, anywhere, enhancing self-awareness and skills. Education brings not just an increase in knowledge but also broadens thinking and the ability to handle challenges, which no shortcut to success can replace. Instead of being misled by the belief that education is useless, seize every learning opportunity to lay a solid path for your future. Changing fate is not just about facing reality but starting with education, daring to break through oneself, and embracing opportunities that belong to you. Education is the most worthwhile investment in a person, allowing us not only to see the broader world but also to stand firm in it. No matter where you start, education can be your powerful weapon against adversity. Improving education and cognition is key to breaking this mindset. Encouraging children to learn, giving them broader perspectives and higher cognition, is the most valuable gift parents can offer. Change begins with mindset, which can genuinely turn the tide and give children a different future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so you won't miss more valuable content in the future. See you in the next podcast. CocoChanson.net.
Through doubts and fears, find your inner throne. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame. So like a phoenix through darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. In doubt's echo, find strength, stand tall. In adversity's face, defy and enthrall. Stumbles lead to peaks, challenges you seek. Every hurdle a lesson, every trial unique. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. Break free, leave chains behind. Embrace the unknown, heart refined. In every moment your greatness is sown. Your story's power, let it be known. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. Break free, leave chains behind. Embrace the unknown, heart refined. In every moment, your greatness is sown. Your story's power, let it be known. Soar like a phoenix, the darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Scars and lessons in the silence of night. Dreams whisper a call to doubts and fears. Find joy in the flow. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame. Soar like a phoenix, the darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul